John asked this: do you think it's possible to train for a masterclass natural bodybuilding show with just kettlebells and bodyweight exercises? If not, what additional exercises, barbell machines would you add? Well, so could you compete at the master level with just calisthenics? Let's even go there. See, I would argue, yeah, you could, if it's natural, of course. My buddy who was a bodybuilder once said, I said, how can you enter natural competitions? And he goes, oh, for those I take less drugs than normal. Oh, okay. If you can find a competition, a true naturals masters competition, if you can just dial in your posing and your body fat percent, I think you're gonna be pretty close to being able to step right up on the platform. Now, when you're working with calisthenics, there's lots of value. Bodybuilders, I mean, if anyone actually read Arnold's The Education of a Bodybuilder and followed his advice, he recommends 6 months of doing calisthenics 3 days a week. Of course, no one who read the book ever did that. But there's great value in calisthenics. I mean, they're wonderful. Yeah, there is a problem, and the problem is load. As you hit, once you can do, I don't know, I once had an athlete of mine, there are freaks in nature, folks. He popped up on the pull-up rack and did 66 pull-up, dropped down, shook out his arms, and then got to 100. Some people are just better, okay? You got to get used to that. When you move over to the kettlebell family, now I'm actually kind of excited in thinking about what you can do, because I think if you're doing double kettlebell front squats and the military press, heck, the armor building formula, I mean, I hate to say this but that might be a really good foundation. High rep presses and the armor building complex, that's going to help you out. Now, why would you want the barbell is, of course, I think you can take care of a lot of your total human muscle by just doing the basics of kettlebells. But there are a few body parts that get ignored. Of course, this comes up all the time. The chest exercises, that's going to be enormous. And I do think that, the kettlebell clean is an ideal bicep exercise. And I think that the single arm press is an amazing deltoid tricep exercise. But will you get the pump that is very important as part of bodybuilding? There's, in the armor building formula, I think I go into some depth on how to build muscle, and there's, I can teach it in a lecture, but it's hard for me to remember all the details. But you want to get up to high as 20 reps to build up muscle. Well, certainly you can do it with kettlebells, but doing leg extension, leg curl, pec deck, the curl, the bicep machine, the tricep machine, it's going to add a lot of value. Could you still compete with just kettlebells? I imagine you could, because remember, so much of it is, that's DNA is huge, but leaning out, getting the right tan, and the posing. I would hire someone who's done it before, because there are some steps, there are some things that bodybuilders do to compete that really are staggering. The deficit of calories is, and working so hard with almost nothing in your system. I mean, it's pretty amazing to watch it happen. So let me know what you do. And if you do compete, send along some pictures, okay? Thank you. And good luck. So to kick back in, yeah, I think you can get a lot of work done with calisthenics. I think kettlebells are a good addition, but I think you're going to want to use machines. Now, when I said machines, I sort of kind of backdoor in include barbells, but it'll be a fun experiment to do it, and let me know how it goes.